Welcome, quiz champions, to an absolutely mind-blowing journey through history's most incredible firsts and mind-boggling giants. Are you ready to discover the groundbreaking inventions, colossal creatures, and revolutionary breakthroughs that shaped our world? Buckle up because we're about to explore 30 questions that will leave you amazed, surprised, and maybe even speechless. Let's dive into the fascinating world of pioneers and record breakers. Let's begin with a literary time travel adventure. So ponder this. Which remarkable work was the very first book printed in English? Could it be the legendary epics of Morte d'Arthur, Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, or the historical drama of Recoil of the Histories of Troy? Recoil of the Histories of Troy was the groundbreaking book. This groundbreaking book was printed by William Caxton in 1473, marking the birth of English printing. Here's what's incredible. Caxton actually translated this book himself from French. It was a collection of stories about the Trojan War, and it literally launched the English printing revolution. Before this, all books in England were handwritten manuscripts. Calling all retro gamers. Which groundbreaking creation holds the title of the first video game ever conceptualized? Was it Tennis for Two, Pong, or Space War? Tennis for Two is your answer. Created in 1958 by physicist William Higginbotham, this simple tennis simulation predates Pong by 14 years. Tennis for Two was displayed on an oscilloscope and was created just to entertain visitors at Brookhaven National Laboratory. It only existed for 2 years before being dismantled. Internet architects, look back to where it all began. What software gave birth to the web surfing era? Was it the pioneering World Wide Web browser, the transformative Mosaic, or the beloved classic Netscape Navigator? The ultimate web browser is World Wide Web. Created by Tim Berners-Lee in 1990, this browser wasn't just first. It invented the entire concept of browsing the web. The original World Wide Web browser was also the first web editor. Berners-Lee designed it so you could both browse and create web pages. He literally gave birth to the internet as we know it at CERN. Social media nostalgia. Anyone? Before Facebook and Twitter dominated the scene, which platform paved the way as the earliest trailblazer? Was it the connective pioneer 6 Degrees, the friendly network of Friendster, or the pop culture haven known as MySpace? And your answer for this one is 6 Degrees. Launched in 1997, 6 Degrees was the first platform where you could create profiles and list friends, the foundation of all social media. 6 Degrees was named after the 6 degrees of separation theory. At its peak, it had 3.5 million users, but it was ahead of its time. Like, most people didn't have extended networks online yet. It shut down in 2001, just as social media was about to explode. Curious about the roots of search engines? Let's relive a fascinating moment in tech history. Which revolutionary creation was the first ever search engine? Could it be the almost forgotten Archie, the wide-reaching Yahoo, or the web czar, Google? This answer is Archie. Created in 1990, Archie was the first internet search tool designed to index FTP servers long before the World Wide Web existed. Here's a kicker. Archie was short for Archive without the V. It could only search file names, not content, and was created by Alan Emditch, a student at McGill University. Mobile technology enthusiasts. Do you know the pioneer smart device? Take your pick. Was it the practical genius of BlackBerry, the revolutionary design of iPhone, or the trailblazer IBM's Simon? The colossal innovation is IBM Simon. Released in 1994, the IBM Simon was a revolutionary device that combined a phone with PDA features, truly the grandfather of all smartphones. The IBM Simon had a touchscreen, could send emails and faxes, and even had apps. It was 13 years ahead of the iPhone, but weighed nearly a pound and cost $1,100. Only 50,000 were ever sold. Natural world enthusiasts marvel at this. Which massive bear claims the heavyweight title as the world's largest species? Is it the mighty grizzly, the majestic Kodiak, or the Arctic giant known as the polar bear? If you chose polar bear, you got it. Male polar bears can weigh up to 1,500 pounds and stand 10 feet tall on their hind legs, making them the largest land carnivores on Earth. Despite their massive size, polar bears can run up to 25 miles per hour and are excellent swimmers, capable of swimming for hours without rest. Their paws act like snowshoes, and their fur is actually transparent, not white. Astronomy fans journey to Uranus amongst its celestial entourage. Which moon wears the crown as its largest? Is it the enchanting Titania, the shadowy Oberon, or the mysterious Umbriel? Titania is the largest moon of Uranus. Named after the fairy queen in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, Titania is Uranus's largest moon and a fascinating icy world. Titania is nearly half the size of our moon and is composed of roughly equal amounts of rock and ice. It has enormous canyons up to 1,000 miles long. For Pluto explorers, which moon co-orbits with this dwarf planet and almost forms a binary planet system? Is it Charon, Nix, or Hydra? Well, Pluto's companion is Charon. Charon is so large compared to Pluto that they're sometimes called a double dwarf planet system. How cool is that? Charon is about half the size of Pluto itself. They're tidally locked, meaning the same sides always face each other, like a cosmic dance that's been going on for billions of years. Charon was discovered only in 1978. Arachnophiles, this worldly giant will fascinate you. Which spider is the largest species crawling across our planet? Is it the stealthy predator Brazilian wandering spider, the rapid-moving huntsman spider, or the colossal Goliath bird-eater? This colossal arachnid is Goliath bird-eater. With a leg span that can reach 11 inches, this South American tarantula is truly the giant of the spider world. Despite its name, the Goliath bird-eater rarely eats birds. It prefers earthworms, frogs, and insects. When threatened, it can actually make a hissing sound by rubbing its leg hairs together, nature's own alarm system. Stargazers, brace yourselves. Considering the grandeur of stars, which celestial body outshines them all as the largest known star? Behold the massive brilliance of Uranus, or the familiar warmth of our sun. Or is it the fiery glow of Betelgeuse? Uranus is the correct choice. This red supergiant is so massive that if it replaced our sun, its surface would extend beyond the orbit of Jupiter. Uranus has a radius about 1,700 times larger than our sun. If you could drive around its equator at highway speeds, it would take you over 3,000 years to complete the journey. Galaxy adventurers, think humongous. In our vast universe, which galaxy reigns as the largest? Is it the colossal IC 1101, our homey Milky Way, or the famed neighbor, the Andromeda Galaxy? The ultimate galaxy is IC 1101. This elliptical galaxy contains over 100 trillion stars. That's more than 50 times the number of stars in our Milky Way. IC 1101 is so enormous that light takes 6 million years to travel from one side to the other. It contains more stars than there are people who have ever lived on Earth, multiplied by trillions. Asteroid belt thrill seekers, here's a storming question. Among our solar system space rocks, which is the most massive asteroid of all, do you suppose it is the resilient Pallas, the dazzling Vesta, or the planetary wannabe, Ceres? Ceres is the most massive object in the asteroid belt. Ceres is so large it's actually classified as both an asteroid and a dwarf planet, making it the most massive object in the asteroid belt. Ceres contains about 1/3 of the entire asteroid belt's mass. It's nearly spherical, has its own gravity, and scientists believe it may have a subsurface ocean, possibly harboring conditions for life. Comet chasers, here's a cosmic probe for you. Among the frozen travelers of the solar system, which one boasts the largest nucleus ever observed? Is it Hale-Bopp, Comet Bernardinelli-Bernstein, or Halley's Comet? The colossal comet is Comet Bernardinelli-Bernstein. This comet nucleus is estimated to be 80 to 100 miles across, larger than most asteroids, and absolutely dwarfing typical comets. This comet is so large that it was initially mistaken for a dwarf planet. Digital currency trailblazers. You're up next. Which revolutionary innovation set the world of cryptocurrency in motion? Was it the rather highly prized Bitcoin, the versatile Ethereum, or the lightweight yet powerful Litecoin? And that would be Bitcoin. Created in 2009 by the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto, Bitcoin launched the entire cryptocurrency movement and changed finance forever. Nobody knows who Satoshi Nakamoto really is. This mysterious creator of Bitcoin owns about 1 million Bitcoins worth billions today, but has never spent a single one. Talk about the ultimate mystery of the digital age. Chemistry mixologists. How about a creative historical concoction? Which element holds the distinction of being the first one artificially created by humans? Is it plutonium, technetium, or neptunium? That groundbreaking element is technetium. Created in 1937, technetium was the first element produced artificially, filling a gap in the periodic table that had puzzled scientists. Technetium's name literally means artificial in Greek. Despite being artificial, it's found naturally in stars. Every sample on Earth is human-made, and it's widely used in medical imaging. A further venture into the world of nuclear science, which transuranic element was discovered first, opening the gateway to the realm of super-heavy elements. Was it neptunium, plutonium, or americium? Neptunium is the first transuranium element. Discovered in 1940, neptunium was the first element heavier than uranium ever created, launching the age of super-heavy element research. Neptunium was discovered by bombarding uranium with neutrons at Berkeley. It paved the way for discovering plutonium and all the super-heavy elements. It's named after the planet Neptune. Noble gas enthusiasts, here's a mind-bending twist. Which compound shattered the principles of chemistry by becoming the first ever synthesized noble gas compound? Is it xenon hexafluoroplatinate, the reactive krypton difluoride, or the rare radon difluoride? This answer is xenon hexafluoroplatinate. Created in 1962, this compound shattered the belief that noble gases were completely unreactive. Before 1962, noble gases were called inert gases because scientists believed they could never form compounds. This discovery won Neil Bartlett instant fame and forced chemistry textbooks worldwide to be rewritten. Carbon chemistry experts, prepare to impress. What was the first fullerene ever discovered, which shaped the world of nanotechnology? Was it the soccer ball-like Buckminster fullerene, the curved structure of caranuline, or the flat elegance of graphene? Buckminster fullerene is your answer. Discovered in 1985, this soccer ball-shaped carbon molecule opened up the entire field of nanotechnology and won the Nobel Prize. Buckminster fullerene is named after architect Buckminster Fuller, who designed geodesic domes. This C60 molecule has 60 carbon atoms arranged in pentagons and hexagons, just like a soccer ball. AI historians analyze this one. Which programming language was specifically designed to bring artificial intelligence to life? Would this be Lisp, or the logic-based Prolog, or is it rather the innovative Smalltalk? Lisp is the pioneering language for AI programming. Created in 1958, Lisp processing became the foundation language for AI research and is still used in AI applications today. Lisp introduced revolutionary concepts like automatic memory management and dynamic typing. It's the second oldest high-level programming language still in use. And most AI breakthroughs in the 20th century were programmed in Lisp. Astronomy fans, gaze into the cosmic archives. What's the name of the first black hole ever photographed? That image that completely captivated the world. Was it the mesmerizing M87, the powerful Sagittarius A, or the stellar Cygnus X1? M87 is the first photographed black hole. In 2019, the Event Horizon Telescope captured the first ever image of a black hole located in the center of galaxy M87, 53 million light years away. It took 8 telescopes around the world working together to capture this image. Synthetic biology enthusiasts gather for that life-changing moment, which was the first artificial cell created from a completely synthetic genome, which ushered in a new era of science. Would this be Mycoplasma laboratorium, Cynthia, or E. coli? The ultimate synthetic organism is Cynthia, also known as Mycoplasma mycoides JCVI, Syn 1.0. Created in 2010 by Craig Venner's team, this was the first living cell controlled entirely by synthetic DNA, truly artificial life. This artificial bacterium's entire genetic code was designed on computers and synthesized in the lab. Quantum adventurers, this is one for you. Which quantum computer made history by demonstrating quantum supremacy? Was it the advanced bristlecone, the mighty eagle, or the breakthrough sycamore? Sycamore is your quantum champion. Google's Sycamore processor achieved quantum supremacy in 2019 by performing a calculation that would take classical computers thousands of years. Sycamore completed a specific calculation in 200 seconds that would take the world's fastest supercomputer 10,000 years. Biochemistry innovators. Do you know this one? Which was the very first synthetic life form capable of self-replication, designed with a minimal genome. Was it Syn 3.0? Mycoplasma mycoides, or JCVI, Syn 1.0. Well, the minimal genome is Syn 3.0. With only 473 genes, Syn 3.0 represents the smallest genome of any free-living organism, the bare minimum needed for life. Syn 3.0 has fewer genes than any naturally occurring life form. Scientists stripped away every unnecessary gene to discover what's absolutely essential for life. It's like the iPhone of organisms, minimalist but fully functional. Interested in gene editing? Which revolutionary technology was the first to be used in humans for therapeutic purposes? Was it the precise talons, the revolutionary CRISPR, Cas9, or the impressive ZFNs? ZFNs is the pioneering gene editing technology. First used in human clinical trials in 2009, ZFNs paved the way for all modern gene editing therapies. ZFNs, which is short for zinc finger nucleases, were first used to treat HIV patients by editing their immune cells to resist the virus. AI gaming stars, relive this historic victory. Which artificial intelligence was the first to defeat a world champion in the ancient and complex game of Go? Was it the legendary AlphaGo, the chess-savvy Deep Blue, or the multifaceted AlphaZero? AlphaGo is that AI champion. In 2016, AlphaGo defeated world champion Lee Sedol in a historic match, conquering the most complex board game ever created. Simply, quite a strategic revolution. Go has more possible board positions than there are atoms in the observable universe. AlphaGo's victory was considered impossible just years before it happened. It taught itself by playing millions of games against itself. Autonomous vehicle enthusiasts, buckle up. Which self-driving car made history by completing a coast-to-coast trip across the US, largely autonomously? Was it the innovative Stanley, the capable Junior, or the trailblazing Boss? Stanley is your autonomous vehicle pioneer. Stanford's Stanley completed the 2005 DARPA Grand Challenge, driving 132 miles through the Mojave Desert, completely unmanned. Stanley used lasers, cameras, and GPS to navigate rough terrain at speeds up to 35 miles per hour. This Volkswagen Touareg proved that self-driving cars could handle real-world conditions, launching the autonomous vehicle revolution. Space commercialization fans, this is a rocket probe. Which private company made history by sending humans to space for the first time? Could it be the groundbreaking efforts of SpaceX? The ambitious Blue Origin, or the innovative Virgin Galactic. The ultimate private spaceflight company is SpaceX. In 2020, SpaceX's Dragon capsule carried NASA astronauts to the International Space Station, making history as the first private crewed spaceflight. SpaceX ended America's 9-year dependence on Russian rockets. The Dragon capsule is reusable and can autonomously dock with the space station. This mission opened the door to space tourism and commercial space exploration. Element explorers. Here's a fascinating tidbit. Which synthetic element was the first to be discovered as occurring naturally after it had already been created artificially? Is this technetium, the remarkable promethium, or the radioactive plutonium? And the surprising element is plutonium. While first created artificially in 1940, plutonium was later found occurring naturally in uranium ores. Kind of the ultimate scientific plot twist, right? Scientists were shocked to find plutonium in nature after creating it in labs. It occurs naturally when uranium captures neutrons and decays. And finally, all you biochemical engineering aspirants, check out this molecular magic. Which creation was the first artificial enzyme ever designed by humans from scratch? Was it the versatile heme-CD, the catalytic ribozyme, or the ingenious DNA-zyme? Heme-CD is the first artificial enzyme. Created in the 1980s, heme-CD was a true molecular engineering marvel. Heme-CD mimics the blood protein hemoglobin and can carry oxygen like natural enzymes. It proved that scientists could design biological functions from scratch, opening the field of protein engineering. What an absolutely incredible journey through the most groundbreaking firsts and colossal giants in history. From the first printed book in English to artificial enzymes, from polar bears to cosmic giants, you've just experienced 30 of the most fascinating discoveries and achievements that shaped our world. Whether you aced every question or learned something completely new, remember, every single one of these answers represents human curiosity, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Keep that spirit alive, keep asking questions, and who knows, maybe you'll be the answer to someone's quiz question someday. Thanks for joining this amazing adventure. Until next time, stay curious.